This episode is brought to you by The Park People. The Park People is a nonprofit working with communities to plant trees and improve parks for a healthy, resilient Denver. In times of funding and resource scarcity, the Park People need your support now more than ever. Support the Park People by donating via their Colorado Gives page, and your gift will be doubled thanks to an anonymous donor. Your donation ensures all Denverites have access to the benefits of trees, parks, and green spaces. Home of the Denver Digs Trees program, the Park People has planted over 70,000 trees throughout Denver. Learn about the benefits of planting trees this Colorado Gives Day at theparkpeople.org. That's theparkpeople.org. This episode is brought to you by the Women's Bean Project. Many women in Denver want to work, but face barriers like justice involvement, domestic violence, and food insecurity. Women's Bean Project believes those barriers don't define a woman's future. Women's Bean Project is a nonprofit and social enterprise that hires women in their food manufacturing business. Yes, the famous one from those iconic bean soup mixes, while providing wraparound support, job readiness training, and career development. Women graduate ready for mainstream employment. Your support makes this transformation possible. Give today to help women invest in themselves, their families, and their communities. And when you give before December 9th for Colorado Gives Day, your impact goes even further. Visit womensbeanproject.com to donate. That's womensbeanproject.com. Today on CityCast Denver. The Denver-est Denver Awards are almost here. We're so excited to celebrate the people, places, and things that make the Mile High City great. So we're inviting you to vote for the biggest win of the year, Best Small Business, Best Restaurant or Bar, Best Neighborhood or Street, Best Artist, and most important, the Denver-est Denverite of the Year. We're unveiling the top 5 in each category, and now all you have to do is vote. Oh, and be sure to stick around for my sponsored conversation with the wonderful people at Mirror Image Arts. Today is Thursday, December 4th. I'm Bree Davies, and here's what Denver's talking about. Producer Olivia Jewel Love, hi.
Hey, Bree.
And producer Paul Caroli is also here. Hi, Paul.
Happy holidays, Bree.
Happy holiday. Most wonderful time of the year. You guys are already decked out. I mean, our listeners can't see this, but Paul has a Santa hat on and Olivia has decorated her microphone.
I'm wearing the Santa hat I bought at Walmart last year for $2.99. It somehow held up because I never could find a really good one. I wanted to get like a nice felt one.
Where do you get it? You know, maybe
I guess you're right. Maybe more like velvet. That's what I'm thinking of. Velvet. Yeah. That's what I want. Felt. I want a kindergartner to craft me a Santa hat, please.
We can make that happen.
I got some felt back there. I can whip you one up real quick.
Pipe cleaners and...
I got a hot glue gun, Paul. I can do anything.
We're cooking.
I bet the Wizard's Chest has a really nice one, or that what's that store? Anyway, if anyone knows where Paul could get a high quality...
St. Nick's in
Littleton, yeah.
That's what it's called.
All these places I was meaning to go. Oh, well.
But that's not what we're here today to talk about. We're here today to talk about something really exciting, which is it's time to announce our finalists for the Denver-est Denver Awards, voted on by you all, our readers and listeners. And we're going to unveil who those folks are, and then you get to vote for them. Polls will be open now through December 15th, and then we will give out these big awards at the Denver-est Denver Awards, December 18th, the Oriental Theater. Man, are you guys, I mean, this is all we talk about. I'm so excited.
Yeah, tickets are going fast too. I can tell people care, which honestly feels so good because I think I wanted to do this. I wanted to send this love letter to the city, but the fact that people are responding and like there's this need that feels like there's some energy and
people
like
want to celebrate.
It's a great thing to do. I'm just so proud that we're finally, putting this together, putting in all this extra effort to give these businesses the opportunity to have a spotlight on people that are great and people that did great things. It's just like a nice thing to do. And if we talk a lot about it, I'll probably get a little bit emotional.
Wow. Paul's going to cry in this episode.
Hey, maybe.
I've got the awards riding around in the backseat of my car right now. I'm very excited.
The physical awards.
Yeah.
The
course.
actual.
We love physical ephemera. Like around here, Trinket Girls Rise Up. But I'm so excited to give these to people.
So that's another reason to vote is a business or a person you love might get one of these physical awards from us that evening. But let's talk about, we're going to unveil now officially who are the finalists for these awards. Where should we start? I don't know if we should start. Let's start with best small business.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of really big categories that are going to be the showstoppers.
But we'll
get to those at the end.
Yeah, these are exciting too. Yeah. So does someone want to read off our best small business category, or what's the best way for us to do this?
I think, Olivia, this is your category.
Okay.
All right. I will read off best small business. Do you want me to just read the names or read some testimony, or
maybe read a little bit of testimony if folks are not familiar with some of these businesses, because it's a wide variety of folks that are finalists here.
All right. Goodies. Is it Goodies? We're just guessing.
They're a deli.
All right. Goudies. Maybe I should look up how to say that. Let's not.
Give me a second. Hi, is this Goudy's Deli?
He's doing my
Hi,
favorite.
this is Paul Caroli from CityCast Denver. I'm just calling because we're doing this awards show. It's, if you haven't heard of CityCast, we're like a daily local news podcast, and we're doing this big awards show, and we solicited nominations from all our audience, all our listeners from across the city, and Goudy's is a finalist that people are going to be voting on. Yeah. So I wanted to call and let you know, but also to ask how to pronounce the name of the business. Goodies?
Goodies.
That's fantastic. Goodies Deli and Market. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And congratulations on being a finalist. What's your name? Celine? You're one of the co-owners. Oh my gosh. You had so many passionate nominations for your business. I need to come by and check it out.
I'm going to.
Well, just congratulations again, Celine. This is an honor. People really love your business. Take care.
And that was live.
Goodies.
You know,
there you go.
When I do this, Paul does this a much nicer way than when I was a reporter, I would do this and I would call a place and they would answer and say, "Oh, this is Goodies Deli," and I would immediately hang up because then they just said what it was, and I would just
question answered,
and I'd be like, "Oh, that's how you say it." Click.
Well, she was thrilled. Celine from Goodies. Thanks for answering the phone, and congrats.
Okay.
European sandwiches, fine cheese. People love this spot. I gotta go try it.
Here's one of these testimonies about them. They are a wonderful addition to the neighborhood and for Denver. They offer something no one else does. The handmade French sausages are wonderful, and the to-go food is addictive. In parentheses, sandwiches. It's such a great environment for a peaceful lunch. I love this place.
Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah. Sounds great.
So that's one of our finalists.
That's
best
one of
small
them.
business.
Oh my God. It's right on Alameda. I was just at this community meeting about the road diet on Alameda.
You could have got a sausage.
I should have asked Celine how she feels about the Dottie's plans to take a lane away or not.
Well, that's a lot.
Next
that's
time.
a lot. This is about
parking for what
this
it's
is
worth.
about being a winner.
You're right. I'm getting
This
distracted.
is not about the road. Anyway, next finalist for best small business is Sad Boy Creamery, and here's a testimonial about them. Sad Boy is a business that exemplifies quality and community. Through its weekly ice cream drops, it brings people together in the best way possible. Built from the ground up here in Denver, it is everything a small business should be. It's a place that you only need to try once and they will have you hooked, which can be seen as it continues to grow.
Nice.
I see people talking about them on Reddit all the time. The drops, they do these ice cream drops of like flavor of the week or something. It's hot.
I think they've had a big year.
Next one is a bookstore called Petals and Pages. And here's a testimonial about them. Petals and Pages has been a sense of calm in a year that has been a storm for the queer community. They host cool events from writing workshops to craft nights to game nights. Their Pay It Forward board creates tons of random acts of kindness for those who need it the most.
Oh,
I love going in here.
Beautiful.
So pretty in here. Really nice vibes.
Yeah. Oh, I like this for them.
Yeah.
And Bree, you were saying this is the business that had that vandalism, and then the community came together and painted a new mural?
Yeah, something really gnarly happened. They had some very nasty graffiti vandalism happen on their building. And not only did the community come together to help repaint it, but a painting business stepped up to help them repaint the wall so they could paint a mural on it. It was really lovely.
Yeah. Cool move.
People
Cool
care
move.
about this place. This is great. I'm glad they were nominated.
All right. Next one, coming out of left field, but equally or more passion here is Mr. Perfect Plumbing.
Love it.
Shout out. We all need one, right?
Really?
All right. Mr. Perfect Plumbing is the kind of small business that restores your faith in what service companies can be. They've made a real impact on Denver by showing up for people with honesty, empathy, and craftsmanship that speaks for itself.
Wow.
Whether it's a late night emergency, a complicated repair, or a first-time homeowner who needs guidance, they treat every customer like a neighbor and every home like their own. Their commitment to education, transparency, and doing things the right way has built a level of trust you don't often see anymore.
Wow.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
What's up?
It goes on too. There's a whole nother paragraph, but
This is great.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like sometimes businesses that provide a service that is something we all need, we don't necessarily think about in the moment of like, how do we celebrate the best business? But, you know, when you need to call somebody in a pinch, because
These are the people you need to
Mhm.
trust. If you've got a problem,
if you've
got a poop problem,
Or-
you need someone trustworthy.
I put like 10 cans of garbanzo beans down my garbage disposal once and it created an
What?
insane, don't even ask me or my husband what happened, but a plumber, I mean, this is where I would need that. I would
You
need
need
Mr. Perfect. Mhm.
Plumbing.
Yeah.
He would be there with empathy
Love it.
for your situation about garbanzo beans and learning, education. He would educate you to not do that again. All right. On our last one I constantly talk about, so thank God they're on here. Strong and Gifts. Huge year for them.
Huge.
The Labubu. I mean, what else is there to say? The Labubu. The year of the Labubu.
I think if they were to win, this would be a win for the Labubu.
And Paul's been doubting me all the way. Paul has been a Labubu naysayer the entire way. But here we are, end of the year. They're still going. Chang'an has actually even opened a kiosk at the airport, which I went to over Thanksgiving. It was great. They actually told me when I was at the airport, they're going to be opening another one in the Southwest Concourse. So just big moves for these guys.
Good for
And
them.
I'll read a little bit. This is literally
Someone
a work
wrote
of literary art here.
Yes.
Like 10 paragraphs. But Chang'an Gifts is more than a store. It's a Denver legacy. Family owned for over 40 years, Chang'an Gifts has become a cultural landmark and a beloved gathering place for generations of families across the Mile High City.
This gave me goosebumps. What a
No,
sweet...
and there's way more. I mean,
There is, and I do want to say in this next paragraph, they talk a lot about what Mimi and her family who run this do outside of the store. They help run big events in Westwood. They're really involved in the community in cool ways. They organized the trunk or treat I went to, which was bananas. So what a cool, yeah. I'm excited for them. There's a lot of good contenders.
All these testimonials. These are so great.
They're great.
so nice. Thank you for everyone who wrote in with this and poured your heart out about the places you love. Reading these has just been so nice. And just reading
beautiful.
them has felt really good.
Let's
right.
Let's move on to our next category. These are the finalists for Best Bar or Restaurant. Paul, I know this is you love a good restaurant here in Denver, and you care a lot about the restaurant scene here.
Paul be eating.
Paul do be eating.
You know what? Every day.
Every day.
Whoa,
I know.
Crazy. He's
Sometimes
really dedicated
multiple
to
times a
that.
day.
You got to
What
work.
do
You got to work at it if you really love it. Okay, so here are the finalists. I'm not going to read all the testimonials for this one, but because I think people probably know a lot of these places already. But number 1, Charlie Brown's. A lot of nominations for Charlie Brown's, the piano bar in Cap Hill. Champagne Tiger, a modern classic on Colfax. Looks like it's not only surviving the BRT construction, but thriving. Number 3, The Pearl, the new business in the old Mercury Cafe space. Interesting storyline. As this person wrote, the Pearl has such big shoes to fill, and they have maintained so much of what made the Merc special. It's not just a gayer Merc. They have also expanded the events to be inclusive of people of all ilks. It'll be interesting to see if people come out to vote for that one. I
like it.
you hear different things. Anytime a business changes, people have feelings about it. Number 4, Convivio Cafe, great coffee shop on the north side. Great coffee shop. Interesting food offerings, different from normal coffee shop. And number 5, we probably got the most nominations for this business of anything, and it's the only one that I haven't been to. A place called Cuppa Coffee. Cuppa is a wonderful beating community heart in the Highlands. I always find a friend, and Beth, the owner, exemplifies the best of us here in Denver and creates a space that is filled with joy and spunk.
Oh,
That sounds great.
I know.
Wow.
I love those adjectives. I will say the vibe in Convivio literally made me look at one of the light bulbs they had in there and go buy that exact light bulb because I liked it so much.
That's good atmosphere.
I was like, the lighting is so good. I'm buying this exact light bulb. So that's what did it for me.
I've never had that. That's never occurred to me before.
I mean, that's
so
definitely
good.
like a very niche Olivia thing, but it did happen.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I love the collection of businesses we have here as well.
Oh, yeah.
We
Great.
got old, we got new, we got a reinvention. You know what I mean? There's some really good contenders in here for how folks feel about Denver's dining scene and the community around it. You know,
Good lineup.
The narrative here for me, I think, is these are not the Michelin star spots. I think,
No.
I mean, we've talked about it all year, but this was a year of affordability and value. That's what people were looking for. That's what Denverites wanted. And I think this spread and community. I mean, those are the things that
Community
are
for
showing
sure.
up on our
Huge.
finalist list here.
Mhm.
So we'll see who wins.
This episode is brought to you by the Colfax Avenue Business Improvement District. It's back, baby. The best time of the year to snag the present that's going to keep your place on the top of the nice list for another year. A bag of Colfax. Bag of Colfax is Colfax Ave's annual curated gift bag filled with 4 to 7 hand-selected products from iconic Colfax Avenue businesses. Past bags have featured treats and treasures from the likes of Champagne Tiger, 303 Boards, Pampered Paws, The Learned Lemur, and so many more. And this year, there's a very special gift inside, unlike anything offered before. I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but I can say this. It comes from one of the most beloved Colfax businesses, and they are truly pouring their heart into it. A standard bag is only $60, and the VIP option is $85. But hurry, these are going to sell out. They go on sale November 29th, and pickup starts the first week of December at the Learned Lemur. All orders will be fulfilled by December 23rd. You can get yours online today at colfaxab.com/Colfax-programs. That's colfaxab.com/Colfax-programs. This episode is brought to you by MultiPass. Creative communities are built on an ecosystem that relies on artists, producers, venues, and fans. But there's so much more happening behind the scenes that's important too. This is where MultiPass comes in. More than just your average ticketing platform, MultiPass was made by event hosts for event hosts. And when you buy tickets through MultiPass, you unlock a special chat feature so you can connect directly with fellow fans of your favorite comedian, DJ night, dance party, and more. Find your new bestie at a local show, even before you go. MultiPass, designed to help everyone in the event ecosystem win, not just the platform. Learn more at multipass.com. That's multipass.com. This episode is brought to you by the Ballpark District. Celebrate the holiday season at Elf and Around Ballpark, December 13th from 3:30 to 8 p.m. Explore and sip, snack, and shop your way to cool prizes and collect stickers in Denver's ballpark community. Think bingo meets bar crawl, but with bells on. There's a little something for everyone who could use a little holiday magic at this fun and free event. No need to sit on the shelf this season, as this event is designed for solo explorers and large groups alike. Don't miss out on a chance to ring in the holidays the ballpark way and win cool prizes donated by local businesses and other fun ballpark favorites, including the Hello Colorado Rockies prize package. Elf or other festive attire is encouraged. No purchase necessary to participate. Bar locations and the Elf and Around after party are 21 and up. Start your journey at any of the businesses or check in at the official workshop at 2101 Larimer Street, where a gift awaits. Find out more at elfandaroundballpark.eventbrite.com or find the Ballpark Denver on Instagram and Facebook.
Bree, do you want to do the neighborhoods? Best neighborhood / street?
Oh, sure. I was going to do artist, but
Oh, no,
I
do
think we
artist.
should have Bree do artist.
Yeah, please
Okay.
do artist.
Okay, so we asked you all for the Best Artist Award. Doesn't matter how long they've been in the city, how long they've been making art. We just wanted to know who you thought best embodied our arts community here. Obviously, a guy we got a lot of votes for, Detour. His big piece this year, it's not what you take, it's what you bring back at the airport, is incredible. This is a 3D piece, which you don't always see from him. You see a lot of murals, but it's in his color and style. And yeah, I don't know. I can see he represents us in such a cool, he's immediately recognizable. That's what I would say too about a detour piece is, it's a detour piece, which is cool. Next up, I'll have to show my cards here. My friend Karma Lee. She's a muralist here. She's trained sort of in the Chicano historical tradition, but she also got a little bit of a bump here because she designed the Avalanche jerseys for Hispanic History Month that were so cool.
These are cool.
Extremely cool.
So beautiful. She's also...
I'd like to have one. I don't know where to get
I was like,
them.
do I care about hockey now?
I do for that jersey.
Now I do. Now that I want the shirt.
I wish they produced it. I think they just had the one, right, that she designed.
We should look into this. We'll ask her.
Now I'm a hockey fan.
Maybe she'll bring one to the award show.
She also teaches at Lake Middle School in Denver, which is she's working with young artists every day, which is so cool. Next up, Danielle Seawalker. Talk about an artist who has had a really interesting and phenomenal year. She had an exhibit at History Colorado that we visited. She made some headlines for a piece of art that some folks felt was provocative that got her kicked off of a contract with the city of Vail, but that turned around into there was a lawsuit, and now I think she's using the funds from that to visit the West Bank. So Danielle Seawalker, again, out there doing incredible art. Some of my favorite stuff is just along the Denver Indian Center over on my side of town. She's done some beautiful murals, but again, unmistakable artist. You can see her work and know immediately it's her. And then Hannah Tron, she is a filmmaker, and she's the founder of Lionheart Narratives. She's a queer Vietnamese American filmmaker raised by refugee parents, and she brings a blend of lived experience, artistic vision, and cultural responsibility to every project she touches. I think the big piece she did here was, it's called There's a Lane for Us Here, and it's about the collective memories of Denver's Little Saigon district. So she's doing storytelling, she's bringing her artistic perspective, her personal perspective to it, and really elevating the Asian community, the AAPI community here in Denver, which is always wonderful to see because, again, it's one of those stories that maybe folks don't necessarily know about us at first glance, but really integral to our community. And then finally, this was a new artist to me that I learned about from our listeners and readers, Amy Gorlich, or Amy Gorlick. Ooh. She's the director and co-owner of Chaos Bloom Comedy Theater. I'll tell you, anyone running a venue, an independent venue in 2025 is doing God's work to begin with. Yeah. But folks that nominated Amy said she's an improviser, director, editor, graphic designer, and costume designer with more than 20 years experience and has been an active member of Denver's art scene for the last 6 years. So she's not only created a space for other artists, but it sounds like she's an artist herself and one of those people that's really great at facilitating art of other people's and making it into something for the community to enjoy. I loved all these recommendations or all these nominations we got really... I don't know, it's across mediums, which is cool. Visual artists, comedians, and theater, filmmakers. Man, this is
some cultured people writing into us.
And some significant achievements this year.
Y'all know stuff. Crazy.
Yeah. I think the story of this category is Denver had some great new art this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some really cool art.
Big art year.
So cool. All right, so before we get to the big category... Well, let's see. What should we do?
They're all big. You're all winners.
You're right.
You're all getting a trophy if you win.
Let's talk about, we asked for folks to nominate the best street or neighborhood. Olivia, do you want to read us who was nominated for this?
Sure. I would love to.
Okay.
All right. First up, we've got Colfax.
Hey.
I don't know if anything else really needs to be said.
Colfax has been through it.
Y'all know it? Y'all got your thoughts on it?
Construction.
It's Colfax. That's it.
Can I say something about this actually? Because I was driving on Colfax recently, and I had an observation that I just want to invite people to think about this with me. Now that the BRT stations are mostly installed, the construction obviously not done. Probably won't be done ever. But now that the stations are installed, you can see the way that they create a lane. And when you're driving westbound on Colfax, you can really see like the overhangs, the one on the left and the one on the right, the way they come together visually, it does kind of look like a tunnel and it looks and feels like a dedicated lane, the way that BRT is supposed to be. And I don't think I ever understood that or visualized that when I was just seeing the designs of like the one-off stations. But from that angle, and please do this and see what you think for yourselves. But you can see the vision. You can see what the future is going to be like when it gets here in 2026 or possibly later, 2027, 2020 something.
Yeah, I mean, it does help when you can actually see what people have been talking about, because it's tough. Because it's in the midst of it, you're just watching them tear up the street, and it can be hard to see. But I love that one of the folks that nominated said they got Colfax. They said it's got charm and grit, and that's what I love about Colfax. And we know so many businesses that are working their hardest to keep serving the community through this construction. So yeah, gotta give love to Colfax. Who else we got, Olivia?
All right, next up, Tennyson.
Oh, cute.
Somebody wrote in and said, I love all the little shops on Tennyson. There's something for everyone. You can get a variety of meals and eat them in the park while the kids play, or just enjoy people watching. They also have cute shops.
Oh,
you had me at cute shops.
So cute.
And
also,
new places is opening all the time.
Yeah.
Love that.
This is like probably the fancy shopping area. I guess Cherry Creek is the fancy shopping area, but Tennyson is coming up and challenging that, I think. I mean, old Tennyson, it's changed a lot. This new version of Tennyson, like they're getting a Le Labo perfume place that my wife really loves. There's a salty donut there. I tried that this year. That opened. Great donuts, very expensive.
Is it salty? Are they salty?
Some of them are.
Wow.
Gourmet.
The future.
Yeah.
But I do love that it has I think this person mentioned that it has a park right in the middle of that. Cesar Chavez Park is right there. So you can go and get a meal. And again, if you're like me, you got a kid with you, let him go run around and be nuts over there. It's a great part of the street. What else?
All right. Next, we've got Athmar Park.
Park.
This person wrote a really long ode to Athmar Park. I'll read you some of it. They've lived there since 2020 and moved because of the recommendation of an acquaintance who's become a dear friend.
Oh.
It's ideally situated close to downtown with great views of the skyline, has one of the best parks in Denver, Huston Lake. Is that how you say it?
Houston. Yeah.
Houston. Wow.
It's okay.
Why are things spelled? With stellar views of the mountains and is directly adjacent to the South Platte River Trail for easy access north and south.
Man, that's true. It is kind of one of those secret spots if you don't know about it. But if you do, that's actually a park that we traveled to go to, because they just put a brand new playground in it too. It's amazing. And they have pickleball courts, and they have a baseball field and the beautiful lake. So shout out Athmar Park.
Yeah. Proximity to dim sum, tacos, Thai food, and a range of ethnic food stores where you can procure a multitude of Mexican and Asian ingredients.
It's true.
Also,
food is on point over here.
Sweet. All right. Moving on. South Broadway.
I mean,
Big year for South Broadway.
Big year. Jid.
General Improvement District.
They got that JID.
Great.
They did. They voted on it.
If this one wins, it'll be a resilience award. Same with Colfax, really.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody ran into formerly the Hornet this year.
Truly.
That's something to be proud of.
That is something
Good job,
to
guys.
behold.
We did it.
But there are still also tons of great businesses down there thriving.
Oh, yeah.
Tea Cafe, Wizard's Chest, the lovely Luke's
Mac
Pet
Fam.
Store. Oh, Mac Fam. Amazing.
Fave.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Love it. Very fun. All right. Last one, Lowry. Somebody wrote in and said, for 3 square miles, this neighborhood has the most involved, caring, and kind residents I have ever experienced.
Oh.
At our recent town hall, Phil Weiser said he had been to lots of R&O meetings lately, and ours was the best attended. Our folks have 2 R&Os. We have free live music in the park. We donate our time, talent, and treasures at a wide variety of charities and nonprofits throughout the year.
Wow. I feel like I learned a lot from this person about
They have
Lowry.
their own litter team of volunteers who walk the streets and pick up trash. They have an ice rink and soccer field and tennis and pickleball courts in a little rec center and are completely walkable. This person is selling me.
I'm sold on Lowry.
On my way.
I love it. Oh,
Yeah,
those
Lowry's
are some
great. Lowry's where I give blood.
Oh, is it?
They got a Torchy's over there. Sometimes I stop at Torchy's. All those little shoppies by the Target are filling up. nice places. Yeah.
Good
3
little.
dog parks,
hockey
2
rink.
beer gardens.
I think it's kind of overlooked. I like that someone put them in the ring.
They gave
Lots
all the
of
highlights.
people. They got tons of nominations.
They did. They did.
Okay, let's go with. Should we end on? I think we should go with biggest win.
Okay.
Before we do our Denver-est, Denver-right, we should close out with the Denver-est, Denver-right, do you think?
Okay.
Or I don't know.
I'll do the biggest win. I'll do them quick. And then, because we're
Okay.
going to talk about these categories a lot.
That's true.
I think we're going to talk about these a lot, and people know these stories because we've talked about it a lot already. So biggest win, the nominee. You know what? I'll do the honorable mentions first. The honorable mentions that got a few nominations, but not as many.
You can't vote for these.
16th Street reopening got a couple of noms. That was, that's a win for some
Big
folks.
project.
And then another one, the No Kings protests were a big win for a lot of people.
Nice.
Those got a lot of nominations, but they are not our 5. Our 5 finalists are the Federal Theater reopening. This is a big win for preserving independent and old venues, according to one nominator. Number 2, the Teachers Union endorsed candidates sweeping their elections in November. Maybe the biggest win of our election in November. Huge story. Very important for all for all of Denver, really. Number 3, this happened in January. It's been kind of funny to think that it happened this year since we've been fighting about the stadium financing ever since. But the fact that Denver was awarded the NWSL Professional Women's Soccer League franchise that we now know as Denver Summit FC. Many cities were competing. The league chose us. That's
Huge
a win.
Story. Yeah.
Number 4, Park Hill Golf Course opens to the public.
Man, after a long trials and tribulations of this massive parcel of land.
Win for many, fail for others.
Yes.
Commercial. I will read the testimonial for one person because I think this sums it up. Northeast Denver has sat for years offended by this fenced-in open space, giving us the big middle finger, and now we will be able to use it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that perfectly encapsulates the feeling around it. It's fraught, but at least it's open now. At least people can enjoy it and set foot on it and not have to be next to an empty lot.
Heck of a lot better than it was a year ago.
Yes.
And number 5, I would say this is the favorite. I don't want to put my finger on the scale, but me, if I were making a prediction, I think this is the one that's going to win. Blocking Governor Polis's bridge in Civic Center Park.
Haters of all stripes came together.
Oh, this is a moment of this is as the person whose nomination we picked here. The testimonial says, we came together as a community to vote this down. Not a vote, just overwhelming wave of opposition. All sides, left and right, said no to it, and I think that was a special moment of unity, which is a really nice thing.
It was so united that Governor Polis himself at the end was like, yeah, me
got
too.
On board.
Me too. Also, I also
chain
hate
him
it.
to the bulldozer if they're going to try to build it without his even.
Yeah, he's like, no, me too. I also hate it. So very unifying for everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe he'll come and accept the award.
I would love to give this man the award and just hang bro out for a minute.
We'll invite him if he comes, and if it wins, he could be the one that accepts it.
It's true.
Okay, Brie. Denver-est, Denver-right of the year.
Okay. So this category was really cool because you all nominated some folks that we had never heard of before, but were doing really important work in your particular community and for Denver at large. So the Denver-est, Denver-right of the year finalists are, this is a duo, Blake Davis and Caitlin Braun. Someone wrote in and said, when South Broadway businesses and Lincoln Street residents kept experiencing prolonged and frequent power outages, Blake and Caitlin stood up and asked, why is this happening?
I guess I just want to clarify for them because a lot of people nominated Blake and Caitlin for biggest win, but we just thought it was more appropriate since they're individuals that they be up for Denver-est, Denver-right of the year.
Fair, because they were just using their human power as citizens to find out what was going on in their neighborhood. And this person said, turns out the area was actually the worst performing part of Excel's grid in all of Denver. It was bad. Because of the pressure in the investigation, City Council didn't renew Excel's contract, and we were told that City Council demanded that they come back when they are serious about doing better. So these folks stood up and got some things to change around energy use here, which is pretty cool. Okay, one of our next finalists, Justine Sandoval. I mean, she's our Green Chili correspondent. She's a Democratic strategist. You may know her now as a candidate for House District 5. I mean, so many folks nominated Justine, one of our regulars. And I'll just read a little line from one of the nominators who said she goes back generations of Denverites, Denver natives. She has spent her life advocating for citizens of Denver and trying to make Denver a better place through grassroots work and policy making. So congrats, Justine. And then I think you called this, Paul, that we're actually the precursor to the HD5 race.
Well, I saw it coming. I saw the nominations rolling in for Justine and this person. I was like, wait a second. This is like a poll now. The Denver-est Award has turned into a poll for the HD5 primary in June.
Because the next finalist we have here is Raina Kingston, content creator and candidate for House District 5. A nominator said Raina is the true definition of a Denverite. She has a true passion for the city as she uplifts Denver in all aspects of her life. She's a content creator that makes Denver-focused content, sharing all the best the city has to offer. So this will be, I mean, we've had both of these folks obviously on our show. This is going to be a really fun one to watch.
I think with Raina, the thing that people might not know is that in addition to being a very popular person on Instagram, the way that she engages with people is she's organized these groups. Like she has this high neighbor community club that brings people together to, fight loneliness, get together, enjoy the city, but also the Denver activist women's group, DOG, which is apparently more than 3,000 women now that gets together to do like community engagement work, volunteering and such. So like she's getting involved in politics. She's a community organizer and she's pretty fun on Instagram.
Yeah, we've got some good community connectors here. Our next one is Richard Maez, Executive Director of Ednium. Richard is one of Denver's greatest educators and is passionate about uplifting its residents. His path as an educator has been a unique one. He served as a high school teacher, college advisor, and program manager where he discovered the power of storytelling and connecting with students. So, man, we've got educators on this list. We've got folks with political aspirations. We've got the citizens that are going out and saying, "Hey, what's going on in my neighborhood? Let's figure this out." We've got another nominee here, Javon Taylor, founder of Green Spaces. Paul, you met with Javon.
I did. He gave me a tour of his new, will be the new Green Spaces on 16th Street. That he has worked with some like hotshot developer, landlords, building owners, and the mayor, the city itself. He got some Downtown Development Authority money to execute what is a huge, ambitious vision to take Green Spaces and basically blow it up into a giant retail market, artist co-working space, like incubator of new ideas. Like this is the kind of big idea that I love to see. And I think what downtown needed so desperately. And thank God for the city that we had someone like Javon Taylor who was here, had started all these cool, like he started a fashion brand. He has this nonprofit where he plants trees and like he's given back. I think this guy is an up and comer in the city, a future leader. I just hope he sticks around and keeps doing it here because he could do whatever he wants. I
mean, his project coming to downtown was the thing that excited me the most, was all of those things being something that could happen in Denver. In downtown Denver, bring folks back downtown, which is cool. We had a lot of honorable mentions. I don't know what should we talk about. Patty Calhoun, obviously. She'll be at the award show, though, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry. Patty will be up on stage with us. Victoria Scott Haynes, who I had not heard of, but she did some really amazing work in her community. She's from Park Hill. We just got a lot of cool, different types of people doing different types of work across the city. This was I can't wait to see.
Shout out a few more names. People wrote great nominations for these. Just say who did.
June Churchill, a cycling advocate and pedestrian advocate for safe streets. June is everywhere when we're talking about transit issues. I feel like she's at the forefront advocating for safety for folks on bicycles all the time, which is amazing. Our friend Kyle Clark, he'll also be there hanging out with us. My friend Elle Neff, she's been in the DIY world for a very long time. She's also a reporter, and I don't know if there's a show I don't see her at. She's out every weekend supporting other artists, which I think is super cool. Luke Johnson, who runs the Broadway Merchants Association, also runs the beautiful, oh my God, you guys, what is this store called? Luke & Co. Fine Pet Supply. He's like a guy that's been on Broadway for over a decade, and he's a huge part of the reason the Broadway parade even happens. He's doing big work, so that guy's really bringing some needed attention and love and support to the South Broadway area for sure. So many folks. So now it's up to you all. These are all of the folks that have been nominated and all the businesses. We'll have a link in our show notes where you can go and vote. You can vote now through December 15th. Let us know, because we're going to unveil this at our big award show, and we want to have a super amount of engagement. We really want you to get out there, vote, maybe tell your friends, maybe you're one of these businesses, let your customers know this is happening. Like, we're really excited to celebrate you.
There's no shame in campaigning.
No, absolutely
Start it
not.
now. Start it now.
Please do.
Pack the vote.
You can also get tickets to our Denver-est Denver Awards in the there's a link in our show notes to the tickets for the Denver-est Denver Awards as well. We'd love to see you there. Tickets are going fast, as Paul mentioned. So this is a night to dress up, dress fancy, celebrate the city. We're going to have some fun special celebrity guests there hanging out. There's going to be just so much we haven't even unveiled yet. Live music from a
Some
really
sketches,
great band.
some
Sketches.
entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
So excited. I just got a dress for it.
Did you?
I can't wait. Yes.
Oh, I haven't decided yet, but we want you all to dress up. I think that's the last cue, though, is please dress up, make this fun, go crazy, wear a tuxedo. Why not? Wear a Colorado tuxedo, which just involves a bow tie.
We're a Canadian
and jeans.
tuxedo.
We're a Canadian tuxedo. Well, now it's your job, everybody. Go vote, please. Paul and Olivia, this was fun. Thanks, guys.
See you next time. Good luck to all the finalists.
Bye. Good luck.
And now, please enjoy my sponsored interview with the amazing people at Mirror Image Arts. Hey, Bree here with Maya Osterman Van Grack, the Executive Director of Programs at Mirror Image Arts, and Michael Board II, Community Engagement Manager. Hi, Maya and Michael.
Hi.
Hey, it's so nice to see you.
Maya, simple question, just up front. What is Mirror Image Arts?
Yeah, Mirror Image Arts is a nonprofit. We're a youth advocacy organization, and we're all theater makers and artists. And we bring in a modality called restorative theater into schools, detention centers, reentry, working with young people who have experienced trauma or are system impacted. And we use this theater to deepen social emotional skills and create spaces of belonging.
So where exactly do you do this work?
We bring free restorative theater programs to schools, community centers, diversion, youth detention centers, and also reentry. And we are deeply committed to disrupting negative, harmful narratives and punitive systems impacting youth, especially those most vulnerable at risk of entering the justice system.
The arts world is where I live too, and thinking about that being something entering a kid's life to not only counteract some of these issues with the justice system, but also just maybe introduce them to something new sounds really incredible. Michael, your team talks about using restorative theater to help youth feel seen, heard, and valued. Can you explain what is restorative theater?
Restorative theater is theater built for youth that takes the pressure of production away and focuses on the process of creating and building within a community. And I always like to say it's theater for kids who don't like theater, using like classic theater games with like a modern, culturally responsive twist, connecting those theater skills to their real lives. And at its core, restorative theater is our modality that blends play, somatic storytelling, improvisation, and role play, and restorative practices to create spaces of belonging and healing and transformation.
Maya, Colorado Gives Day is coming up December 9th, and you're inviting people to support your mission. How does a donation help Mirror Image Arts continue this work and create real change for young people in our community?
By supporting Mirror Image Arts on Colorado Gives Day, you're removing barriers so that we can provide free transformational programs to youth who need them most, especially when budget cuts are eliminating more resources than ever. So in Colorado, we spend about $10,000 a year to educate a child in public education, and yet we spend around $130,000 a year to imprison a child. But an investment of $800 a year provides a year of Mirror Arts programming to one young person. I mean, your donation of any amount on Colorado Gives Day is an investment in youth who've experienced trauma, are under-resourced, and would otherwise not have access to the arts. And as Michael shared, are like craving a space of belonging.
So, Michael, can you tell me about a student or a situation that you all have dealt with in this program that might give folks a better idea of how this work impacts our community?
For the past 7 years, Mirror Image Arts has been running restorative theater programming inside youth detention centers across Colorado. And in that time, I've gotten to witness countless young people transform in ways that remind me of why this work matters. One young person in particular, I'll call her Kay for now, is someone I hold deeply in my heart. When I first met Kay 3 years ago, she wanted like absolutely nothing to do with us. She was super disengaged and openly refused to participate and avoided the group like the plague. Like, y'all are not finna make me look a fool. But just yesterday during our creative play session, she told me something that like really made me think. When she first joined our program, she had never been invited to be herself or to be seen. And that level of visibility made her really uncomfortable. But slowly towards like the end of that first program, she realized that participating might actually like help her find the light in the tunnel that she was walking through. And just recently I returned to co-facilitate our devising curriculum. And the girls told me as I walked in that Kay was like having a really hard day, and I haven't seen her in over 2 years. She was sitting on the floor in the back corner of the pod. And when she heard my voice, she got up and ran over to me in tears. That moment said everything about restorative theater and what it offers, which is safety, connection, and belonging, to be honest.
That's such a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that.
You're very welcome.
Maya and Michael, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Again, check out mirrorimagearts.org to learn more. We'll have a link to that in our show notes as well, so you're just a click away. Thanks for listening. That's all for today here on CityCast Denver. If you enjoyed this show, why not take a minute to tell the nominees for the Denver-est Denver Awards about us? Rate the show wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to our morning newsletter and learn more about us at denver.citycast.fm. And hey, thanks to our new neighbors, Michelle S. and Harry B., who just joined our membership program. You can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Denver neighbor today at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. See you later. Try that one more time.